Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, the High Guy Jacobs, and today we're taking a look for the very first time at the new super weapon hero, Phantom of the Capital Cedric, a ranged squad siege leader who, unfortunately, bringing what he does, I mean, looks pretty cool. I like the metal umbrella. You know, I didn't really do a breakdown on the last character development. I think he looks cool. I mean, he's got the cool mask of mystery, the metal umbrella. He's got these details in his I can't tell whether those are just hanging things or knives. But he looks cool. The problem is, taking a look at what Spectra does already, I'm really concerned that Cedric is also going to be game-breaking. So, we're going to take a look at his skills first. We're going to take a look at his... Actually, we're going to take a look at his passive skill here first, see what he does. Oh, great. Recovers 5 rage when performing basic attacks. Recovers 15 rage when performing basic attacks at max level. When remaining squad size is 30% or less, increase skill damage by 20% and restores an additional 10 rage with each basic attack. So, skills coming out the ass. This is disgusting. Skills, 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 more skill damage, more skills, more rage, more skills. Okay, I see. It's just going to be a race now, and you're going to be doing way more skill damage. This is disgusting. So let's take a look. Dance of Slaughter deals direct damage to the target for a factor of 14,000 when not garrisoned. Deals additional damage to the target and 2 other targets around self once for 2,500. So what this means is you're dealing 14,500 to one target plus 16,500 to one target. And 2,500 to the additional 2 targets around yourself when not garrisoned. So when on a rally, you're actually dealing 16,500 to the front when in a rally or on the field. So Cedric is so far going to do well in the field too. Not necessarily in garrison, but you're only really losing out on 200 or 2,500 damage. You're still doing 14,000, which is a lot. So, and that's even without transcending, which we'll have to take a look at here after. Next, Shadow in the Fog increases rally squad's defense by 30%. During rallies, increases range squad damage by 10%. A flat damage increase of 10% to your squad damage, that's crazy. And a 30% range squad defense is pretty crazy. So now your rallies are going to be pretty tanky and hit pretty hard. And with this, hit even harder. So in a rally, you're doing 16.5 plus an additional 10%, 18.5 in a rally. Then you've got Knight of Assassination during ranged attack, or increases ranged squad attack by 30%. During rallies, counterattacks have a 30% chance to deal damage to squads in the field at a factor of 2,000. Counterattacks have a 30% chance to deal damage to squads in the field. So counterattacks. So if you get swarmed, if your rally gets swarmed, you have a 30% chance to deal 2,000 damage. Every counterattack has a 30% chance to deal 2,000 damage. Once every 3 seconds. That's crazy. Okay. So we're getting a 30% attack, 30% defense. During rallies, swarm protection. During rallies, increase 10% damage. Increases ranged squad HP by 30%. Reduces skill damage taken from garrison squads by 12%. So we get 30% HP, a reduction in garrison squad damage by 12%. Crazy. And then he gets a whole new skill. Reduces current target skill damage by 3% and squad HP by 4% when Cedric uses a rage skill. It stacks up to 3 times and lasts 30 seconds. So you're actually reducing the skill damage by 9% and HP by 12%. And it lasts for 30 seconds. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. That is crazy to me. So not only does he get great attack, defense, and HP stats, not as good as Ethan, right? Which is fine. Ethan, I think, provides 50% or something. 38% defense. But he's supposed to. He's a garrison leader, right? So, I mean, even looking at something like Cedric Bard is going to be pretty gross. It's going to be pretty disgusting for the amount of damage that gets done. Right? The additional 10%, especially on that AoE, you get a little bit of tank from Bard too. It's going to be gross. And then when we look at this max leveled, let's go ahead and see what this looks like transcended. Right? Let's see what this looks like transcended. Can I actually transcend these this way? Okay. So now we're dealing 15,300 instead at regular. When not garrison, deals additional damage. If the additional damage hits only one target, additional damage dealt is 5,000. So you're actually now have a if you're just hitting on, if your rally is just hitting a single target and you're not being swarmed, you're dealing 20,300 damage, skill damage, flat. That's gross. It's too much. They're breaking the game. This is going to break the game. 35% ranged and ranged squad damage by 12%. So now that's not specific to him being rallied or during your rallies. Now he gets that all the time, which means that you'll see him in garrison too. Yeah, you'll see him in garrison too. You're not going to get this additional damage, but 15,300 still hits harder than anybody in garrison. Right? His is 3 enemies, 41,000. So it's 13.5. Yeah, it's still 13.5. Right? Except when he's transcended. I mean, it might be more than that, but... Well, let's see. 13.5. 14,750. Yeah, it's not near as much. So... When rallying, you're dealing 20,000 skill damage. Pardon me for the flies, guys. They're getting really bad right now. This is crazy to me. This is crazy. Cedric is going to be scary good. Boyd gets nothing now. He gets wiped off the map. This is very, very unbalanced. Next, we got increased range squads by 35% during rallies. Counters deal damage to squads in the field. It's just every time now. They've taken away the 3 seconds. Yeah, they took away the trigger rate. So they increased the damage to 35. They increased the damage from 2,000 to 3,000 or to 2,500, and now it can happen every time, every second. That's crazy. Counterattacks have a 30% chance to deal flat. Okay, interesting. 35% when not garrison reduces squad's skill damage taken by 15%. So what's the difference here? Reduces skill damage taken from garrison squads. And then it gets changed to when not garrisoned, reduces squad skill damage taken. So now he's just when he's rallying or in the field. So just when he's not garrisoned, he takes less. And then once he's fully transcended, he gets this skill. Let's take a look at what that does at max. So it goes from 3% and 4% that can last... that it stacks up to 3 times for 30 seconds, and then it's 4 and 6% can stack 3 to 30 seconds. If target has reached the stack limit, deals additional damage to target of 1,500. Come on, why are they just breaking the... If you can't tell, I am very disappointed with IGG. With the update that they've just done, with these 2 new heroes that they just dropped, both are going to be broken, both are going to break the game, both are going to do exactly what they're doing, which is take away from the fact that the game has now broken their helps, which is massively important in this game. They've broken the help function, and that's unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. But again, this is up to the community. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. This is my first time seeing these characters, and both of them S-class. This is ridiculous. You cannot just keep releasing S-class heroes to balance the game. That's just not how this works. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share it with your friends. Like the video to get it out to more people. And if you can, click the join button and become a member to help the channel just a little bit more. IGG doesn't pay shit, doesn't care about its content creators. YouTube doesn't pay very much. So any help, support that we can get from the community is greatly, greatly appreciated. Click that join button, become a member today. Other than that, folks, love, peace, chicken grease, and until next time, stay lifted.
Let's go.